My name is Swin and you're watching Starcraft Pulse. Another week with way too much news. I'm sorry about the delays in getting the show up, it's just been really crazy around here. So let's see if I can fit all this news into one episode. Blizzard has released a situation report and a semi-roundup of what we can expect from Starcraft 2 patch 1.1. They've also let us know that we will in fact be seeing this long-awaited balance patch sometime in September. We can expect additional mod features, editor improvements, custom game improvements, support for Nvidia's 3D vision, and tons of hotkey fixes and changes. All of that, along with the balance changes that they've already announced, makes this the biggest patch in Starcraft 2 retail yet. You can find out more about that in the links below. Just a couple of days ago we heard that within its first month of release, Starcraft 2 has already sold over 3 million copies worldwide. Blizzard goes on to thank everyone who's already picked up the game for helping them achieve this incredible milestone and apparently bring in the thunder to Battle.net. You can read the full press release and announcement in the links below. Starcraft 2 movie? Only if James Cameron does it, says Blizzard. And well, can you blame them? The man is a genius when it comes to making movies. So with the Warcraft movie already in planning, Blizzard says that they would consider a Starcraft 2 movie should James Cameron step up and direct it. I for one would be totally keen to see a Starcraft movie. You can read more about that in the links below. Putting player feedback on their custom map system to good use, Blizzard has eased up on some of their restrictions on map publishing. Players are now apparently provided with 10 custom map slots and up to 50 megs of storage space. These changes should allow more maps to be shared with the community and give map makers a bit more freedom. I guess it's good that Blizzard are listening to the community on this one, but there's still a lot that needs to be changed with the custom game system. So you can read more about that in the links below. The apparently revolutionary new casting program eLive has begun its beta testing. This program will apparently make it easier to do text editing, URL incorporation, YouTube casting, Facebook, Twitter and Google incorporation, and much more. You can check eLive out or sign up for the beta over at elive.pro or just check the links below. Do you like those cute little game-themed plushies? Do you like Zerg? Well, this one's for you. From the monitor to your hands comes the Starcraft 2 Baneling plush. A user from the Etsy store called Boroshan is now making these and taking orders. Apparently there's already a 2-week waiting time to get one of these, so you better place your orders soon if you want one. You can find more info on that in the links below. As I mentioned last week, Blizzard launched an art exhibition in Taiwan titled Flights and Frights Inside the Storm. If you are interested in that at all, you can find a link below to a gallery with hundreds of photos from this Blizzard exhibition. I thought I'd just mention that the Blizzard's top ranked player lists have been updated again. So if you are interested in knowing who's where in the top 100 or 200 of any region, you can find links to the lists below. There were quite a few tournaments and events in the past week, so let's have a quick look at those. In the qualifying rounds of the GOM-TV Global Starcraft 2 League, 2,000 players battled it out for only 64 places. The remaining 64 will now battle it out for their share of $170,000 worth of prize money. So if you want to see the list of players that made it through from the first or second day of the qualifiers, you better check the links below. The next phase of the Global Starcraft 2 League will be starting on the 4th of September. For those interested, there's also a great post up over at Team Liquid detailing pretty much everything you'd ever want to know about the GS2L. So you can obviously find that over at teamliquid.net or in the links below. The groups for the Intel Extreme Masters American Championship have been announced. All the best players from USA, Canada and Peru will fight it out for the 8 spots in the finals. The finals are set to take place from the 8th to the 10th of October at Comic-Con in New York. The matches from the group stages are set to start on September the 4th, and you can find out a lot more about that in the links below. The 17th season of EPS Germany is underway. Their second playday has already been completed and there are quite a few of those German powerhouses that have yet to lose a game. Goody, Sock, Rhine, Dark Forces and Hasuobs have yet to lose a game. Their third playday is set to happen on the 3rd of September, so check back here after that for more results. You can also find full results of their first 2 playdays in the links below. The first Starcraft 2 event in the Major League Gaming Pro Circuit that took place in Raleigh was completed last weekend. The Protoss player Huck, coming from the winners bracket of the 2-1 lead, managed to secure a best of 7 against the second place finisher Kiwikaki. You can check the links below for full results and hopefully replay packs soon. The 5th Craft Cup was won by Protoss player MTW Nightend. He managed to beat fellow Protoss player Maus Mana in the finals with a score of 3-1. Zotac 20 saw Zerg player Lalush meet up against the Terran player Kaz in the finals. Kaz managed to take it quite convincingly with a score of 3-0. Protoss player Naniwa beat the Terran Satini in the finals of Go4 SC2 number 33 with a score of 3-0. In the next Go for SC2 Cup, number 34, we saw everyone's favourite Terran player Morrow face off against fellow Terran player Cass in the finals. Finnish player Sign managed to win the third Compito Cup by beating fellow Terran player Cloud in the finals. He won that with a score of 2-1, and you can find the full results in the links below. The next Compito Cup is also set to happen on the 6th of September. Of the 8 contestants that battled it out in the Go for SC2 monthly finals, Brat OK proved to be the best player on the day. Took that win with a convincing against Naniwa in the finals and managed to win with a score of 3-0, securing himself the €500 prize money. I mentioned last week that there was a Starcraft 2 competition set to happen at the Insomnia 40 LAN event. It did in fact happen, and we saw a best of 7 final between Rage Randy and Dignitas Pureball. Randy started the final 2-0 up as he came from the winners bracket, but that didn't stop Pureball from winning the whole thing with a score of 4-2. You can find a link to the VODs of the finals below. The Terra Gaming team beat ESC Gaming in the finals of the first Starcraft 2 Clan League. Terra Gaming took €650 for their first place and ESC Gaming $250 for their second. So obviously you can find full results and replay packs of all those tournaments I mentioned in the links below. So that's it for the tournaments and international news. Let's see what's been happening locally. The Polar Fluke Heavens Devils competition is happening this weekend. I hope everyone that was keen for that and keen for a chance to get their hands on those prizes has already signed up. At the time of this recording there are already over 80 people signed up, so let's hope by the weekend it's well over 100. So remember to check back at polarfluke.co.za for updates on that. On sort of the same note, I'm going to try to do some coverage of factions and Heavens Devils over the next few days. You can already find a few random factions games over on the Tales of Lumin YouTube channel, and after this weekend I'm sure there's going to be quite a few from Polar Fluke Heavens Devils too. So keep checking back at the Tales of Lumin channel or over at miton.co.za for more. Sadly, that's it for local news. Let's check out what's happening in the Warcraft news. Blizzard have put up a new Twitter page. For what, you ask? For customer support, of course. The new Twitter account is set to be filled with informative ways to protect your in-game account and many other fairly important tips. They say that the customer support team will also update the Twitter feed during Tuesday's maintenance and service outages. A video that's caused quite a stir on the internet in the past few days was this video of World of Warcraft in the Starcraft 2 engine. It's not a fully working RPG, yet. It's just a lookalike mod. The author of the map says he doesn't have much planned with it, it's just a little test to see what the engine is capable of. It really does look breathtaking, and I'm continually surprised at what the Starcraft 2 Galaxy editor can do. You can find that right here on YouTube or in the links below. The World of Warcraft tournament at the MLG Rally was wrapped up last weekend. The American teams Nerdstomper Blue and Evil Geniuses met up in the finals. Nerdstomper Blue pretty much destroyed Evil Geniuses in the finals. So if you want to see the full results or VODs from those epic games, you can find those in the links below. For those interested, Nerdstomper Blue used a Shadowplay composition which consists of a Priest, Warlock and Shaman in their first match against Evil Geniuses. They then switched to RLS, which is Rogue, Warlock and Shaman, for their next set. Evil Geniuses used RLS for both sets. Yet another World of Warcraft Cataclysm beta build has hit the servers, and this one is no less devastating to my bandwidth or cap than those before it. Although I must say I'm pretty happy with the new zones and the new improvements and features that they've added. There's a lot of new content in build 12857, so I won't bother mentioning it all. I really mean it this time. Nah, just kidding. The level cap has been increased to 85, there's a new Cataclysm themed launcher, the new glyph system has been implemented, there are lots of new zones to test out, and obviously there are lots of new class and balance changes. There really is way too much to see in the beta right now. So if you want to see a full list of changes, be sure to head on over to miton.co.za or check the links below. There are also a few smaller pieces of news this week. Blizzard have told us that Zul'Gurub will be gone as a raid in Cataclysm. Oh no! Shock! Horror! Shock! What will we do? So all those fanboys and girls that have yet to get their hands on that silly tiger and even sillier raptor had best get cracking. We've also heard that Heroic, Shadowfang Keep and Deadmines will be shipping with Cataclysm, so we won't have to wait to get our hands on a level 85 version of Van Cleef or Aragul. Apparently a future patch is set to remove support for PowerPC Max, so if you're still using one of those old things, it's probably time to upgrade. That's it for Warcraft news. Let's check out this week's Diablo news. So there are some rumors floating around. Yes, I know, there are always rumors floating around for Diablo 3, but that doesn't make them one bit less entertaining. So apparently we might be seeing the 5th class being revealed at this year's BlizzCon. A few official Blizzard quotes have hinted towards it, and it seems like it could definitely be a possibility. That's definitely going to make September feel a lot longer for all the Diablo fans. In other news, we've also been hit with a few stores throwing release dates on their Diablo 3 pre-orders. I just gotta say, the release dates do seem way too good to be true, and Blizzard have shot most of them down already. 2 different stores have thrown up March the 1st as Diablo 3's release date. What a dream that would be. The Diablo 3 YouTube channel is now live. You can head on over there to check out the latest and greatest Diablo 3 or Blizzard videos. I'm pretty sure that channel will be heating up around the time BlizzCon comes, so you'd best subscribe now and be prepared. After the Artisan Crafters and Caravan announcement, Blizzard has deemed it time to put a crafting page up on the official Diablo 3 site. It's pretty much just all the information we already know about crafting put on one page, so I guess it's pretty useful. If you're interested in that, you can check it out over at diablo3.com or in the links below. So as usual, a few smaller pieces of Diablo 3 news for you guys and girls to salivate over. In some bad news for Seattle-based Diablo 3 fans, apparently we won't be seeing a playable Diablo 3 at this weekend's PAX Prime. There will, however, be Starcraft 2 and World of Warcraft Cataclysm. The Jay Wilson interviews we saw last week were all transcribed by DiabloFans.com. There have been some interesting back and forth interactions with the Diablo Twitter account in the last week. Definitely worth checking out. There's some new Diablo 3 gameplay footage from Gamescom to keep everyone busy till BlizzCon rolls around. Bashiok jumped into a thread concerning one-handed versus two-handed versus dual wielding in Diablo 3. He gave us a bit of insight in what to expect from all of that. There are some interesting comparisons up over at diablo.incgamers.com about the old inventory we saw back in 2009 and the new one we saw in the Artisan Crafters video. It's pretty surprising how many little details these guys pick up on. Nevertheless, it's good reading, and if you're a Diablo fan, you better check it out. That's it for Diablo. On to the question of the week. So, which would you rather see first? The World of Warcraft movie or the Starcraft movie? Please leave your answers in the form of comments or video responses below. That's it for this week's show. Sorry again that I was a bit late, but I'll try to get things back to normal soon. Thanks again to all the new subscribers. We've officially hit and passed the 150 mark. So remember guys, like it, favorite it, share it and subscribe. But most importantly, happy Starcrafting.